Greetings to all. Myself, Esher Lingerie from Green Team, here to review and book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The 7 habits of highly effective people create many of the fundamental principles of human effectiveness. Stephen R. Covey is the author of this book. This is a motivational book with 219 pages and 4 parts. It is a great self-help book and helps us in achieving our goals. Everyone has habits, and habits are a powerful force. Habit is the easiest way to practice any idea into our daily life. Some of the habits we have are good habits, some are bad habits, and some habits have little and have no impact on our daily life. It requires a huge and sustained effort to overcome a habit. Too much of time, people are unaware of their habits. In this book, in this book here we have 7 habits, and the first 3 habits are about private victory, and they deal with the thoughts of being proactive, self-control and being independent. The set of foundation for the skills required is in order to succeed. The next 3 habits are about public victory, and they explains the path to interdependence and provide the route towards being successful. The 7th topic, that's the final habit, says how we can note the growth of our personal development, and it refers to the previous points and says how to improve our personal development. Like motivation, it also improves our personal development. In this book, if we follow these 7 habits, we can shine in our life. So only these are said to be the 7 best habits. The first habit is be proactive. This habit is based on our personal choice, and the principle of this habit is I am free to choose and accountable for this habit. Because self-confidence allows us to distinguish us from ourselves and permits to examine the basis of our philosophies and determine how effective that habits if we have them ourselves. Also, we need to know or remember a conscious decision is a thoughtless emotional reaction. We have the freedom to choose our reactions, and this first habit denotes that only, that we have rights to choose ourselves, and we have to choose good things, and that's a good habit. Being proactive is one of the hardest habits to maintain. The reason that you need to be proactive is because you are the person who will make the most changes in your life. If we develop a habit where we do everything ourselves with our own power, then we have an improvement ourselves. In that situation, we will be able to get started developing the next 6 habits if we do that first habit, that's the be proactive, good self. The second habit is begin with the end in mind. By creating a personal vision statement, we can create everything ourselves. If our beginning is good, then everything will be good, and we need to work backwards from there. The second habit helps us to learn to plan our goal. First habit also helps to develop our goals. Second habit will help us to plan our goals. In habit 2, we will learn to define our goals and our mission in our life. The carpenter's rule is measure twice and cut once. We will have the same in our life. If we have a blueprint, that's the first creation. If we follow that blueprint, we will be success in our life. For example, if we go to a job, if we every day if we refer our blueprint, that's the first choice. Then the full entire work will be very good. The third habit is put things first. Put things first is the third habit. Having the end in our mind, we can plan for our daily life. The habit is all about our prioritization. Just like other habits, here also we need to put our own view first. That's only putting our things first. The habit 3 helps to support the habit 1, because while it is important to be proactive, it will equally important to put upon our things. It will become easy for us. The fourth habit is think win-win. It's the main habit which all the young children will like, because it gives us a motivation by that win-win. We always think that we need to win. One person's success does not need to be achieved to expense of the success of others. Our success belongs to us, and we need to hard work. Then we can win. This is the main for this habit. Especially, we need to have this habit to make ourselves that we can do it. to have success thoughts, we need to follow this habit. That's win-win. We can also learn how to create a winning situation for ourselves in this chapter. A win-win situation is the ideal situation in any public sphere or private sphere. When we have the term think win-win, this scenario will help us to learn for several possibilities. It's about the principle of interpersonal leadership. The fifth habit is seek first to understand, then it should be to be understood. Without empathy, there is no influence. Without deposition, our emotional bank is an account of relationship, and this is the truth. Here, it says that we need to understand. If we learn, we can understand. So, for we young children, we need to learn so we can understand that. And in this habit, it says understand. So, what we need to do is we have to learn. We need to have communication. So we can understand if anyone says anything, we can understand. The sixth habit is synergize. Synergy is the result from the exercise of all the other habits. It brings forth that alternatives or perfect outcomes that cannot be prediction from adding up some parts of our life. Working of our team synergy is the ultimate ways to take action in a group. So in synergy, this habit denotes that we have to work in group, and this synergy is the highest activity in our daily life. And the seventh habit is sharpen the saw. This habit will help us to balance the physical, spiritual, mental and social dimensions of our life. Sharpening the saw to increase productivity involves taking the time to renew ourselves in this area. So here we need to review. If we have committed any mistake, we have to review it. So only it says taking the saw, and we have to develop ourselves. To develop ourselves, it will make us conscious, and the principles are the principle of this habit is balance self responsible. This is the principle, and we need to follow it. If we follow it, we can develop our consciousness, and we need to if we focus on anything, we must have a keen idea on that. So only it says that keep a thing and we have a things sharp. Changing out our habits cannot only it's not easy to change our habits, but we have to try. So only this book is giving us some tips and ways, and here some life stories are also there. For dependency, we should be proactive, and we need to keep the final goal in our mind. If we need to choose our goal also, we need to have these 7 habits so we can shine in our life. For public success, synergy is important, and it's the 4th habit in this book. And if we have synergy, we can that's the teamwork. If we have teamwork, we can do our level best more than what we do, because if we are doing ourselves, there will be some key points, but if we are doing it team-wise, everyone's key points will help us, and we can make it as a big result. Finally, I conclude by saying the line which inspired me. Moving along the upward spiral requires us to learn, commit and do on increasingly higher planes. This line denotes that we need to have a development. In our studies also, if we keep on trying, we will achieve our goal. So we need to have high aim, and we need to work for that. Then we will result a higher development. If we face failures, we need to try and do again and again. We have to commit more and learn more. Then we can do. Then everything will be good for us. And this book will be helpful to us if we follow the tips. Otherwise, there is no meaning that we read this book. So I request you all to read this book and follow the tips. Thank you.